Hey, in my last video, I talked about the rise of Ed Garcia. And if I say chicken barbecue, you probably think of Mang Inasal. And I don't blame you. Now, let's talk about the OG of Filipino-style chicken barbecue. And when I say OG, as in it predates World War II era. I'm talking about none other than the Aristocrat Restaurant. So join me and let's dine in. To understand the story, we need to talk about the two unlikely characters who withstood the test of time and adversity. It all started with a love story between Alexander Reyes and Engracia Cruz, whom we will refer to as Aling Asiang throughout this video. Aling Asiang was born and raised in Navota City, where she experienced firsthand the reality of poverty. Early in her childhood, she helped her parents make a living by selling fish and bagoong. They had a small eatery called Carinderia. This is where she had her first exposure in the world of food business, which played a crucial role in this story. Because of this financial condition, she only studied until grade 4. Meanwhile, though Alex Reyes was also born in Navotas, his family transferred residence to Iloilo. And quite similarly, he helped his fisherman dad sell fish early in his childhood before he goes to school. But Alex was fortunate enough that he was able to finish high school. Fast forward few years, Alex went to pursue a law degree in the University of the Philippines. During this time, as a college student, he needed a boarding house in Manila. And as if the stars aligned, they met in this boarding house because Asiang was his landlord. The two may have different personalities, Alex being introvert while Asiang extrovert, but this seemed to work out perfectly between them. I guess it's true, opposite attracts. Eventually, they got married and had 13 children. 13 kids. How can they memorize their names? But I guess that was not a memory problem for Alex since he ranked 4 in bar exam. Okay, now that Alex was a lawyer, Aling Asiang was at home producing more babies. No, I'm just kidding. In 1928, Aling Asiang opened a small restaurant on the ground floor of their house in Ermita, Manila. She called it Lapu-Lapu, named after the Philippines' first hero. She served all sorts of Filipino food like adobo, kare-kare, and pinakbet. But what made the restaurant known for is its pancit luglug, lumpiang ubod, and arroz caldo. Aling Asiang was up against most American-style restaurants surrounding her vicinity because during that time, Philippines was occupied by the Americans. But because of the nearby school, St. Teresa College, Manila, the students preferred her cooking, making them her captured market. Now this was in the 1930s. Shopping malls weren't around in Manila. The most popular place family hangout during weekends was the Luneta Park. Aling Asiang noticed something. Food trucks were very common in sight. Like everywhere, you can see food trucks selling hot dogs, hamburgers, drinks, etc. This gave her a light bulb moment. Why not sell adobo sandwiches as well? So, in 1936, they borrowed an old truck from her daughter Teresita's suitor. The food truck was initially called Andy's, named after the first or eldest son. However, Andy didn't like the idea of using his name. He thought he might get bullied by his friends in Ateneo. So, Aling Asiang responded by asking, "Why? Are you afraid your aristocratic friends will make fun of you?" And so, from that incident, the Aristocrat brand was born. Now let's focus our attention on the father, Alex Reyes. Throughout the years, he was working in the government. He started out as a legal clerk in the Municipal Court of Manila, then crawled up to the ladder and became the very first Solicitor General of the Philippines. At his career peak, he became an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Okay, so what does this have to do with the food business? Well, if you work with the government, you know how important socializing and networking. Whenever Alex organizes a gathering, he will host his guests at his restaurant. They hosted several well-known and influential politicians here, one of which was the late President Fidel V. Ramos. Alex and Aling Asiang tandem was perfect. Business plus politics. Now let's go back to food business. The Aristocrat food truck grew in popularity in Luneta, serving affordable and tasty merienda to the masses. In just 2 years from operating, In 1938, they saved enough money to build a permanent location along Rojas Boulevard. It was the biggest restaurant in Manila in the 1950s. It was a massive success. So successful that they opened another branch in Cubao, Quezon City. But not only that, they knew how to diversify. They developed an apartment hotel in Ermita and a beach resort in Las Piñas. It was in this beach resort they came up with the chicken barbecue, and it was because they wanted to solve a problem. They noticed that most guests take home with them the spoon and fork. Shout out to my mom. As a solution, Aling Asiang thought of using sticks and grilled the chicken to lessen the use of spoon and fork. And just like that, the chicken barbecue with java rice matched with peanut sauce was born. It became their best seller. In fact, the Aristocrat is always synonymous with the chicken barbecue. Well, at least for me. Well, how about you? Tell me in the comment section, what is your favorite dish in the Aristocrat? Aling Asiang was dubbed as the mother of Filipino cooking because she pioneered several dishes and desserts. She made banana chips popular during the Japanese occupation. And have you heard of turon? Yeah, all thanks to her, we have this sweet treat as part of Filipino merienda. Now we know its history. Let's talk about the present day Aristocrat. After all, this will not be a success story without knowing their achievement. In 2013, the Aristocrat was given an honorary by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines as one of the most historical places by placing a placard along the Rojas Boulevard. In July 2023, it was named Most Legendary Restaurant in the World by Global Food Guide. It ranked 108 in the Taste Atlas, and according to it, Lumpiang Shanghai is the most iconic dish. But of course, the restaurant would be nothing without the founder. So, they made a commemorative stamp honoring Aling Asiang and even named a street in Ermita after her. The restaurant business went beyond her passing. The Reyes family opened several branches. Aristocrat is now commonly seen inside the big malls like SM and Robinson's malls. In addition to Aristocrat, the children pursued different sister companies such as the brand Mamacitas, Reyes Barbecue, and Alex III. As I was writing this story, it truly amazes me the power of love story between the two who were born of poverty in the same village, separated and rekindled. Then together, they conquered adversity towards victory. Hey, if I missed anything out, tell me in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you in the next story.